Say add a chat. Where the chat? That ain't the chat. The chat there.
Okay. This developing story that is coming in out of Houston, Texas. Right now, we do have a live image from our Fox 26 Houston team. This is right outside of the hospital where we did learn that a deputy passed away as a result of a shooting. Information is fairly limited at this point, but this is a Brazoria County deputy. He died after being shot in Houston. That is according to our Fox 26 team. We're told there is a massive police presence over at Stella Link Road that is near Interstate 610 South Loop. And the suspect does remain at large. A manhunt officially underway as a blue alert has been issued for a 56-year-old man, Robert Lee Davis III, also known as Sean Christopher Davis, for the deadly shooting of the deputy Jesus Jesse Vargas over on Stella Link Road. Police a short time ago holding a news conference as they provided more information. I do want to play that for you right now, as they also have a team of reporters with our Fox 26 Houston team covering all of this.
So thank you to the community. Thank you for allowing us to serve in this capacity. And I rest assured that this bad guy will be brought to justice. Thank you.
Sheriff, can you talk about anything about Vargas that you had about, you said he served, you knew him, right?
Yeah, so Deputy Vargas, along with his partner, were attempting to serve a warrant today in Houston. And at that point is whenever he received gunfire from the suspect that he was attempting to apprehend.
Can you talk to us about Deputy Vargas as a person and his service to Brazoria County and just the wider community?
Yeah, very dedicated servant to Brazoria County. As I said, he was a member of the Sheriff's Office for 17 years, has three beautiful children and a lovely wife that obviously supports him too. And they are, as you can imagine, grieving, mourning at this time. I would ask that we all send our prayers and our condolences to the family. That's what we're doing as a department and as a community in Brazoria County.
Can you say anything more about the suspect?
I will turn that over to Chief Diaz, but I do believe that they will be releasing information on the suspect.
I referenced that the DA, working in collaboration with this investigation, this search, is already doing great work on doing the background check on the suspect. So I'll yield to, do you have any information you'd like to yield at this time?
Yeah, but that ain't even no insight on the suspect. Like, where's the insight? He got to give somebody that got his history and his background to give a more in-depth insight on what type of individual they trying to apprehend.
Investigation on the way.
Sure, I can just say that it is an ongoing investigation. We have prosecutors on the scene. We also have prosecutors in the office writing search warrants, giving every resource that we have to support the Houston Police Department as we work this case. As soon as they are ready to present their investigation to us, we will be ready to review the case and accept the appropriate charges. I will leave it to Houston Police Department to release any information about the suspect when they feel that they are ready and that's the appropriate time to do so, but rest assured that they are doing everything they can out there to make sure that the community stays safe while they apprehend this suspect.
Sorry, Chief.
Yes, sir.
What does the public need to know right now? This suspect is obviously...
I want to know the backstory. Like, what happened? What did he do? They say he was going to serve a warrant. What was he wanted for? You know what I mean? What was the warrant at? Was it served at his house? Obviously. Was his house an apartment complex? Like, they need to spill details. Give us a head.
Violent is obviously proven to be
like, what type of heads up they
what
giving the
does the public
community?
need to know as this manhunt continues right now?
Well, just make sure that you're aware of your surroundings. If you see something, please say something. It's in the 9300 block of Stella Link,
There you
which is
go.
Stella Link and 610 Loop. So again, there's a heavy police presence. You can't miss it. So right now we are canvassing. We are using canines on the ground. We're looking for video. So the whole process of the investigation is underway. So we'll make sure that, that this person is brought to justice. But as far as the community, know that we have enough police officers at the scene on location to make sure that this guy's brought to justice.
And just to be clear, Chief, we're not releasing the name yet of the suspect.
As soon as we are through here, the suspect's name will be released by the Houston Police Department media folks.
And I also want to clear up, whenever I first spoke, I was speaking with his brother, Eddie Vargas, but Jesus Jesse Vargas is my deputy's name, just to be clear.
And could you tell us what this warrant was for that you
Yeah, there we go.
today?
Mayor?
Aggravated assault.
Was it that?
He does have a record. Spent time in TDC. So we will soon learn that he's a repeat violent offender. That's why this task force was pursuing him out of the U.S. Marshal's office, and it's an operation that includes our surrounding county partners, and just so happens they had followed him into the city of Houston, StayAlertTv's, and they saw an opportunity to move on him. And the reason these folks are so violent, they're repeat violent offenders with a warrant, and they know that they're going to be held accountable, and they are the most dangerous suspects that law enforcement and the public has to come in contact with them. We must do something about getting the repeat violent offenders. When you watch the evening news, those individuals that repeatedly hold up convenience stores and do violent acts, it's a number of individuals that are going to court, getting bonds, not being held accountable, not being taken to court, that we're faced with today. And that's where
Man, I'm gonna tell this. I said this before. I think I said this. I know I said it before on live, because I probably told this story about a guy named Radio. He said he non-violent. Ever since he took that stance that day, I became the same. I followed in them footsteps. I am non-violent, and this is the reason why. The U.S. Marshals and all that, they ain't got to come look for me. They ain't never gonna come look for me. I'm non-violent.
Vargas was doing his dedicated work, and some of the suspects are just committed not to go back to jail, court, and be held accountable, and they're the most dangerous that we as citizens have to encounter. So it's good that the DA's office is here ready to pick up the baton and run with it. And now we're going to ask the courts to hold this individual accountable. But first, let's keep in our thoughts the HPD officers that are putting their lives on the line. These are terrible conditions to be out pursuing a dangerous suspect. They're going door to door. They've got the streets barricaded, and our thoughts need to be with HPD officers. And we have, as you know, one of the finest police departments in the country. And so we'll be leaving here to support the first responders that are out there on the scene as I talk.
Chief Diaz, can you share if there are any other suspects or anyone in custody at this point connected to this?
I will share there's no other suspect in custody.
Any persons of interest in custody?
No one is in custody at this time other than the suspect that's on the run.
And lastly, will we do a blue alert for the state to kind of heighten things?
So that's being worked on. Our partners at DPS are working through that information, and they'll soon release a blue alert as well.
And Chief, was there a weapon recovered, or is this suspect armed?
We believe the suspect is armed. I can't answer that there was no weapon recovered at the scene. So it's still a work in progress.
So he still got the weapon he had. He ain't gonna ditch it. Like, he need that. You know what I'm saying? He at large. So when he served the warrant, I wonder, was that officer alone? Matter of fact, let me fast forward. If they ain't giving an update on here, let me speed past, because they got the press conference. I just seen this when I scrolled down. It's like an update.
I've lost a couple by accident, and a couple.
Brazoria County deputy killed in a shootout with a wanted fugitive. That shooting leading to a manhunt that left the gunman killed by police.
KPRC2 has obtained exclusive surveillance video of the initial shooting. We have the details that led to that moment. At around 11:30 this morning, members of the Gulf Coast Violent Offenders Task Force arrived at a parking lot of a shopping center to serve a warrant. This was on Stella Link Road near the South 610 Loop. The warrant was for the arrest of this man, 56-year-old Robert Davis III. He had also gone by the name Sean Davis. Authorities say the warrant that was being served on Davis was an aggravated assault warrant out of Brazoria County.
And here's the video that we obtained showing the moment two members of the task force approached the...
Oh, see, they seen him out and about. They seen him out and about, and they knew who he is. He said that he knew who he was. So he went at no apartment complex. They just seen him out and about, and he had that thing on him. Let's check it out.
The suspect's vehicle, which is a dark truck. Now, one of the task members approaches from the back, and the other comes in from the front in a white, unmarked truck. We paused the video right before authorities say the suspect began shooting, hitting one of the task members in the head. And this is where you can see another figure, what we believe is the suspect, running away from the scene.
We are canvassing. We are using canines on the ground. We're looking for video. So the whole process of the investigation is underway. It's a sad day because a true crime fighter out here doing the Lord's work lost his life trying to make this community safe.
The deputy shot was identified as 17-year veteran Brazoria County Deputy Jesus Vargas. Vargas was rushed to Bentham Hospital, but he died from his injuries before making it there. The search immediately started as teams began searching the area of Stella Link Road, but the manhunt took an unexpected turn after the suspect reportedly circled back to the original scene of the crime.
And we just told half of the story here. For the second part, we're going to go live to Devin Clark, who was there for the final moments of this hunt. Devin?
Danny, Keith, within the past few moments, we were able to get a lot closer to that dumpster where the suspect, Robert Lee Davis III, was killed. It's right beyond that police tape there on the other side of that building. Right now, as you can see, a very calm scene, though it is still active. But I can tell you, as we saw about 5 hours ago, complete chaos. We heard gunfire ring out. We had to duck for cover. But as soon as that was over and the scene was secured, we got live on air, and this is what you saw.
100 officers running, and then people who were shopping here started running the other way. We're not exactly sure if anyone was shot. It does appear there's somebody. Okay, somebody is being carried right now. If you could see it, oh, it looks like someone in all beige. Not sure if it was another officer. Okay, they're coming over here this way. They're asking people to clear out as this person is.
Carry, you can
That's a dog. It's appears that that's a canine dog on the ground. And now they're signaling for the helicopter. It looks like the helicopter is landing here in this parking lot. They're now transporting this dog onto the helicopter.
After doing a secondary methodical search, our team secured an area behind this building here. The U.S. Marshal Service initiated with a canine. The canine got near a dumpster, opened the dumpster. The canine alerted again. The bad guy shot our canine. Our deputies returned fire, and the suspect succumbed to his injuries inside the dumpster.
So he still was on this. Oh, they said he doubled back to the scene. He trying to get his truck probably. Look, they said he doubled back. Let's see.
Secured. We got live on air, and this is what you saw.
100 officers running, and then people who were shopping here.
Road near the South 610 Loop. The warrant was for the arrest of this man, 56-year-old Robert Davis III. He had also gone by the name Sean Davis. Authorities say the warrant that was being served on Davis was an aggravated assault warrant out of Brazoria County.
And here's the video that we obtained showing the moment two members of the task force approached the suspect's vehicle, which is a dark truck. Now, one of the task members approaches from the back and the other comes in from the front in a white unmarked truck. We paused the video right before authorities say the suspect began shooting, hitting one of the task members in the head. And this is when we can see another figure, what we believe is the suspect, running away.
Investigation is underway. It's a sad day because a true crime fighter.
Victoria County Deputy Jesus Vargas. Vargas was rushed to Bentham Hospital, but he died from his injuries before making it there. The search immediately started as teams began searching the area of Stella Link Road, but the manhunt took an unexpected turn after the suspect reportedly circled back to the original scene of the crime.
And we just told half of the story here. For the second part, we're going to go live to Devin Clark, who was there for the final moments of this hunt. Devin?
You could see it
behind this building here, doing a secondary methodical search. Our team.
They put a chopper on the ground. Look at that. It's a chopper in the parking lot. There you go, right there. Boy, they ain't playing. Hey,
after
when
doing
the cop
a secondary methodical search, our team.
When 12 get dropped, they be on the
secured
scene.
an area behind this building here. The U.S. Marshal Service initiated with a canine. The canine got near a dumpster, opened the dumpster. The canine alerted again. The bad guy shot our canine.
610
Our
loop.
deputies returned fire, and the suspect succumbed to his injuries inside the dumpster. We know that the dog got struck twice. The dog's name was Rocky. He was 1.5 years old.
After Davis was killed, his body was left in the dumpster. We understand it will stay in the trash until the medical examiner's office removes it. For now, reporting live near Stella Lincoln 610, Devin Clark, KPRC 2 News.
At Texas Virtual Academy at Hallsville, we know your child is one of a kind, and their school should be too. That's why we offer tuition-free, personalized education from the comfort of your home. Your child will connect with certified teachers who can help them meet their individual learning needs, explore their interests, and reach their full potential. See what your child can achieve at Texas Virtual Academy at Hallsville. Click the link below to enroll today.
There was a public viewing this evening for fallen Brazoria County Deputy Jesus Vargas. Deputy Vargas was shot and killed last week by a wanted suspect. As the community mourns his loss, efforts continue to uncover what led to the tragedy. Fox 26's Abigail Dye spoke with a man who was shot by the same man just a few months ago.
Robert Lee Davis shot a man in both of his legs just months ago, and that is why he was wanted. Now, the man that he shot tells me that Vargas made a promise to him in the hospital that he would find Davis. Vargas made good on his word.
Oh, that's cold. Oh, that's cold. They said the officer made a promise to do the victim that was shot in his legs and said, I'm going to find him.
The ultimate expense.
Robert Lee Davis III died in a dumpster by officer gunfire.
It was just time for him to go. It was almost like God said, that's enough.
Yeah.
That's enough.
It was after Davis shot and killed Brazoria County Deputy Jesus Vargas while Vargas was trying to arrest Davis on a warrant.
He didn't have any regard for human life, and as you see, he was ready to die.
That warrant was for shooting Mike Howard back in October, according to records.
He immediately pulled out the gun and cocked it and put it in my face.
Howard says Davis stole his SUV, so Howard made a police report, and he thinks Davis was retaliating.
As I turned to walk back in the store...
Hold on. So, let's see. I want to make this make sense. Robert Lee Davis.
In my face.
Howard says Davis stole his SUV.
Oh, okay. So Davis stole Howard SUV. So this guy that got shot, he's not a criminal in this situation. Davis took his SUV, then Howard made a report, and Davis came back and retaliated by shooting him twice for making a report of him stealing the SUV.
So Howard made a police report, and he thinks Davis was retaliating.
As I turned to walk back in the store, I felt boom, boom. he shot me in both legs. So I literally almost fell in the arms of my son.
He was flown to the hospital, and the first face he saw when he came to was Deputy Vargas.
He says, "Hey, trooper, are you gonna be okay?" He says, "Don't worry about it. We're gonna catch you."
Vargas made good on his word at the ultimate expense.
He did a justice for the world to get a demon off the street. I feel a debt of gratitude. I almost feel like I owe him my life. I thank God that justice finally served, but not at the expense of a husband, of a father, of a friend, as a co-worker.
Howard says that he...
But it seemed like he an officer too, the way he said it, because he said, dude said trooper.
Will be attending Vargas's funeral service on Monday. We have all of those details if you click on this story on Fox26Houston.com. For Fox 26 News, I'm Abigail Dye.
That's what I'm saying.
That was a deep story right there. That was deep. Like, it's quick with the parameters and how it shifts, even though they wrapped it up and was very brief with it, but that was cold. He shot a guy for making a report about him stealing that guy's SUV. So the guy he shot, he stole his SUV. The guy made a report about it, and he got mad and retaliated by shooting him. And when he come to, an officer say, "Hey, trooper, we're going to get this guy off the street." And the officer run down on the guy and end up losing his life. But then they surround the scene, and then he double back, and he get barricaded down in a dumpster, shoot a K9 twice, and then the cops, Houston PD, return fire, which taking his life, and then they leave him in a trash can for medical examiners to remove him, not them. That's a crazy story. All right, we'll end that. Oh, this dude too. Man recalls violent encounter with suspect who later shot and killed. Ooh. Let me see, I got enough time to, let me get into this.
New tonight, we're learning more about another case involving Robert Lee Davis, the man law enforcement says shot and killed Brazoria County Deputy Jesus Vargas in Houston yesterday.
Hold on, let's see.
There was a public viewing this evening for fallen Brazoria County Deputy Jesus Vargas.
1 day ago, so that was more recent than
killed last week
this
by
right
a wanted.
New tonight, we're learning more about another case involving Robert Lee Davis, the man law enforcement says shot and killed Brazoria County Deputy Jesus Vargas in Houston yesterday. Davis was wanted for an aggravated assault case back in October. Tonight, we're talking to the man who says Davis shot him in a dispute over a truck. And he's sharing his story only with Matt Doherty tonight. Matt?
Deputy Vargas was among a group of officers yesterday morning who were serving that warrant to Davis after he shot a man back in October. We spoke with that man tonight.
That guy was not going to be taken alive.
Mike Howard knew how violent Robert Lee Davis could be months before he shot and killed Brazoria County Sheriff's Office Deputy Jesus Vargas yesterday morning. It started earlier last year when Mike says his ex-wife took his truck to get some brake work done. Although Mike didn't know it at the time, the man who was supposed to be doing the brake work was Robert Lee Davis. Davis was now in a relationship with Mike's deceased brother's ex-wife. Mike later learned Davis sold his truck, so Mike said he wanted to press charges.
And then they told me he's wanted in 2 other states. I was like, wow.
After football practice in October, Mike says his son wanted to stop at the 7-Eleven in Iowa Colony to get some Gatorade. As he was leaving the store, Mike says he saw his brother's ex-wife.
He says, "That's Corey's brother, that's Mike." And I managed to get on the other side of the door, and he goes, "That's Corey's brother?" And he pulls the gun out and points it. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Hey, I don't know what's going on.
He didn't even show no threat. He just straight up pulled the pistol out on him. And he the one in the wrong. He did wrong. That's, man, bro.
I don't know what's happening. Hey, what's going on? Hey, my hands go up. I said, whoa, wait a minute. So I turned to Sierra. I said, Sierra, what's going on? Is this what we're doing in front of the store? You have a gun? She goes, and I say, wait. And then it dawned on me, wait a minute. This might be her husband. This is the guy that possibly stole my truck.
Mike says he turned to tell his son to run. Then he turned back around.
Boom, boom. gunned me down. I mean, it's by the grace of God, but he was aiming for my back.
But Mike says Davis missed his back, shot him in both of his legs. Then he says he took off. Tourniquets were tied around his legs, and he was life-flighted to the hospital. Mike survived. In the hospital, he says the first face he saw was that of Deputy Vargas.
And he goes, you know what? We're gonna get it.
Eventually, law enforcement officers did get Robert Lee Davis in a shootout with police, but it was after he'd already killed Deputy Vargas. Now Mike says he owes the deceased deputy a debt of gratitude. He says he plans on attending the deputy's funeral specifically to thank the fallen officer's wife and family for what he did for him.
He was serving my warrant and he died doing his job.
I like how he put that. He said he died serving my warrant, doing a service to the community, man, doing a justice.
Now, Mike Howard says he saw Robert Lee Davis about a month after he was shot by him at his son's homecoming football game. He says at the time he told police about it, but he isn't sure if they ever tried to find him. Back to you.
Quite a story there, Matt. Thank you. Also tonight, a memorial is growing for Deputy Vargas in front of the Brazoria County Sheriff's Office in Angleton. Colleagues and community members have been leaving flowers and mementos. Vargas's family also visiting the memorial today, but they ask us for privacy as they mourn. Vargas leaves behind a wife and 3 daughters. Funeral arrangements are pending. Also, a lot of people asking about the condition of K9 Rocky, the Belgian Malinois that was shot and wounded after finding Robert Lee Davis in a dumpster. The U.S. Marshal's Office sharing these photos of Rocky being treated at the hospital with his handler by his side. Rocky was shot once in the nostril and in the chest. Dr. Jeff Chalky is one of the vets who worked to save Rocky's life. He says one of those bullets narrowly missed Rocky's spine.
He's the luckiest dog I've seen. But definitely, and I don't know if you call that luck or the hand of God, but that bullet, I mean, could have ended his life instantly, and it didn't. He had a head, facial wound and then a neck wound, and yeah, I mean, it's he's a hero, right? The dog is the hero.
Hell yeah, he found him. Dog a soldier. Been trained. He's been trained properly.
I don't know how many officers he saved, but he did.
Rocky underwent surgery this morning, but is being held at the clinic for observation before he's.
It's so pretty. Man, I always wanted a German Shepherd. I ain't never got one. That's the part. I guarantee them the best attack dogs, best guard dogs.
Released, which should be in a few days. We're told he's already walking around and eating. That's good news.
All right, I'm gonna end this one.